and welcome to the Love MEESH Podcast. I am your host, Meesh. There are a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. And welcome to my podcast, where I'll share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, and no subject is off limits. So let the conversation begin. Mimi, go Mimi. It's the MEESH Podcast. Hey, go me, go Mimi. Hey loves, and welcome to another episode of Love MEESH Podcast. This particular episode is for the adult, the mature, 18 and older, or whatever, you have been warned. It's featuring AlwayzNaked, which is my adult line that I'm aspiring to do in the future. So this particular episode is going to be a question. So I don't know if you guys have saw it, but there is this game. Well, you know I love YouTube or whatever. And there is this game. It's called Truth or Drink. So it's usually with couples. I'm pretty sure you can do it with friends or whoever. So if you go to Google and type in Truth or Drink, it'll bring up an app. So this is usually a card game, but everybody's quarantined and stuff like that. So you know they have to put it one line. And you know the category I would pick on is either party, intimate, or dirty. I don't want no normal questions. But whatever category you want to do, or mix. You can do a mix too. So I was looking at Aaliyah J. Her and her boyfriend did an episode on YouTube where they were drinking and asking each other questions, and they are just so super cute. I don't really follow a lot of couples, but I was following her at first, and then she ended up getting in a relationship and started to do a page with him. So I don't follow couples like that. I guess they aren't the couple that I follow or whatever. So she had asked him a question like, it's interesting. Let me tell you why this is so interesting. So I recently was let me see how I'm going to say this. A question that came to me, a question that came up in my life was like, is it okay to sleep with your friends? And this question just took me so aback. Cause like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Is that even a question? To me, if that has to be a question, A, we don't need to be together. And B, is that really your friend? Is that your friend? That's what you call your friend? The people in my life, I could never imagine them sleeping with my baby daddy, my ex, nobody. Like, what are you in my life for? Like, you snake? Like, I don't know. Even if we broke up, like, I'm a Libra, I still got love for all my exes forever. We just didn't work out. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I have to hate you and you got to die or anything. I love you. It's just we're not going to continue to love each other on this same path going forward. So why would you want to be with my ex and my friend or whatever? So at first my answer was like, no, I'll never sleep with your friends. Like, no, like whatever. And then I had to change my answer. Well, let me tell you why. I changed my answer to, well, if I was to be with your friend, I would ask you out of respect. And the reason I did that is I was thinking back. There are like way back, maybe in high school, people that I was maybe friends with or associates with, and they were with someone, and later I was with them. So I can't say this is something that I've never done. It's just the intimate group that I have now, we have never crossed that border. So I don't want to make it seem like this is something I've never done. I have, but it wasn't intentional. And it was a long time ago or whatever. But I can't see myself doing that now. Like, my best friend is going to be the one at my freaking wedding. Why do I want you there with my ex as your date? Like, come on, y'all. Let's think about this. Like, really? And it's so crazy because one of my god babies, she was like, you know, I would hook you up with my dad. If my dad was single, I would hook you up with him. And I'm like, no. You know, from the mind of a child, I'm like, oh, you know, that's so sweet. Just because I'm single and, you know, would be a good mate for the dad in her eyes. But I was like, no, like, your mom's my best friend. I would never do that. Like, you know, as friends, you don't do that. You know, to kind of give her that lesson. So I'm just like, what? But I'm going to let y'all listen to 2 clips because I think females have one way of looking at this or answering this question, or an answer to this question, and men's have answered this question. And then I might have to scrap that, because nowadays you have women that think masculine and you have men that think feminine. And I know we are both masculine and feminine, but y'all, I can get on another path. The foods we be eating and stuff is changing our DNA and stuff. Like, come on, y'all. It's a lot of men are very feminine, and a lot of females are very masculine. And I even have to check myself sometimes, like, okay, tap back into your feminine energy. Like, I had to start back getting my nails done and doing my hair, like, just handling stuff and being so boss all the time. I was like definitely into my masculine energy, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't need a man. I want I can take care of myself, thank God, by the help of God, my angels, my ancestors and stuff. But I would love to have a helpmate in this life and start a family and a legacy and stuff like that. So I had to even calm myself down and tap more into my feminine energy. So to get back on this question, I would love to hear what you guys think. Like, you right now have a best friend. Would you date their ex? Would it be okay if they date your ex? I need answers. Like, at first it's like it's only one answer, but when you hear these two clips, you're gonna be like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow. At the end of the day, ultimately, I feel like if you were approached and asked, is it okay? You should give your honest answer. If it's not okay, say it's not okay. And if it is okay, say it's okay. Because if you say it's okay and it's not, you're going to have this whole attitude because you lied, basically. And if it's not okay and they choose to do it anyway, then you have a choice to make. Do you still want to be that person's friend, or do you respect the fact that they asked you and they still going to do what they want to do? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think when you are in a relationship, trust is a very, very, very big part of a relationship. And if you can't trust me to be alone with your friends, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to wonder what else don't you trust about me. Like, it makes me feel bad. Like, I can't even, I don't know. Like, you don't have enough faith or trust in me as your woman, to respecting and loving you, that you just can't trust that nothing bad will happen. That makes me feel a type of way. That makes me feel like, well, damn, you know what I mean? Is that how you see me? You see me less than how I see myself. So this question was like, it's crazy because after the situation happened with me, I see this YouTube, I hear another podcast. I'm like, okay, so this is like a real question that be out here in these streets. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to the clips, and I would really love to hear your take on it. Like, what the fuck? That's my friend. That's my ex. Them two shouldn't be thinking about each other. Number one, we were in love at some point in time. So were you thinking about my friend when we was together? Or two, like, you supposed to be my homie, my road dog. Why is you peeping my ex? I probably done cried on your shoulder, whatever. Like, ew. I don't know. That's just me. This is just my little opinion. But I just be thinking long term, like marriage and wedding and stuff. And I damn sure don't want to be at your wedding with your ex on my arm. Like, what is that? Like, wouldn't even feel like a good friend, because usually when you go through problems and stuff, you talk to your friend. You have confidence in your friend about this situation. And later to see them hug and kiss up with your ex, like, the fuck? Like, bitch. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I ain't strong enough. Y'all know I got Cancer. Look, I'm a Libra. I like shit to be fair and balanced. I'm a Scorpio. I will get psycho on your ass. And I'm a Cancer, which means I'm a crybaby. You got all them energy mixed the fuck. Like, don't. Like, no. It's a no for me. Simon Cowell, it's a no for me. All right, y'all. Listen to this. Listen to these two clips and tell me what you think. One is from a female and one is from a male. All right?
Y'all on the phone every morning. Good morning, good afternoon. Y'all FaceTiming all the time. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So the last date we went on, I had never really looked at his social media. So I was like, oh, let me get your Instagram or whatever. Let me look at your Instagram or whatever. So I go on his Instagram, and see one of my homegirls had liked it a couple pictures. And I'm like, So I'm like, how you know what's her name? He's like, oh, she cool. I'm like, she cool, huh? She cool my ass. So I'm like, how cool is she? Like, is she like the other side of the pillow cool? Or is she like, we fucked cool? And he was like, yeah, we had fucked. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, but I mean, I don't want to. At first, he didn't want to say it. At first, he was like, she cool. We was cool. I'm like, did y'all hunch? He's like, yeah, we had hunch, but I don't want, like, I don't want to be the one to say that, like, you know, that's her business. Like, I don't want to tell her business or whatever. So I'm like, all right. Now, here's the thing, right? I know a lot of y'all, like, y'all listening to this and you're like, Jess, it was only a week. But, bitch, it was a good motherfucking week, bitch. It was a good week. It was a hopeful week, bitch. A lot of shit was going down in that 1 week. We had several dates. You know what I'm saying? He was treating me, he was treating the girl nice or whatever. He was paying for dates. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was taking me to the restaurants I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, restaurants where they ain't got no pictures by the, you know what I'm saying, by the menu and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good time. So I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So, okay, finally, like, cause it's just been really whack in Atlanta. Like, it's just been a struggle, and I'm gonna talk about that too. I'm gonna get it all. I'm gonna just, you know what? Fuck it. Tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all a lot of shit. So, bitch, it was a good week. It was a good motherfucking week. It was a hopeful week. Shit was looking up. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like I might have could have had, you know what I'm saying, found it somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, bitch. So he was like, yeah, you know, I don't really want to get. He's like, I don't really want to tell her business like that, but like, I mean, we were seeing each other. Like, it wasn't like she wasn't like no jump off or whatever. Like, we were really seeing each other. I'm like, all right, bet. And he's like, you know, I mean, I don't want it to get back to her. I said, don't worry, I ain't gonna ask her. You know, we grown, I ain't gonna ask her no questions. As soon as I got home, bitch. Do you know what's her name? Bitch, do you know what's her name? Bitch. Do you know what's her name? She like, what's her name? Who? I'm like, girl, what's her name? He this tall. He dark skinned. He's 6'4". You know what I'm saying? He got a little coin on him. She's like, what? I said, bitch, you was liking his pictures back in 2019. You was liking his pictures from 124 weeks ago, bitch. You know that nigga. What I tell you? So she like, it took her a minute. Then she like, oh, what's her name? Bitch. I'm like, bitch. She like, bitch. So she starts to break it down to me. She's like, yeah, girl, we were seeing each other or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? We had hunched or whatever. But I mean, listen, do you not? You know, it wasn't nothing serious. I mean, we was seeing each other. But girl, have fun, girl. Like, he's good for dates and he got that dick. And I was like, damn. And you know, that's the part that hurt me. The part that hurt me was I felt in my spirit he had that dick. I felt it in my soul that he had that dick. Like, I knew it. I have discernment for dick. I'm telling you, when God created me, he gave me dick discernment. Like, I already knew this nigga had that dick. I felt it in my spirit. So when I tell you that it hurt different, because I was already like, all right, cool. All right, so my period about to come back on. When my period, this period off, bitch, I'm finna fuck out this nigga. Like, I was already planning I'm gonna fuck him days. I was already planning that. My period was coming on. I was like, all right, you know what? I don't want to fuck him before my period come on, because before my period come on, I be bloated and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to bloat. Like, a bitch want to feel light. A bitch want to bounce on the dick lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like, a light bounce. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck him after my period. That way, I'm gonna feel lighter, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be light on my toes. I'm gonna be able to maneuver better, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do shit that I can't do when I'm on my period. When she told me they hunch, when I tell you that shit, hurt different, that shit hurt different, bitch.
Have you ever slept with your friend's girlfriend or ex?
Oh, okay.
Truth or drink? What? Yes or no? Your friend?
When you say friend, right? There's acquaintance, and then there's like
Someone you know.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Someone you know you slept with their girlfriend or their ex? Like, you knew the guy
Yes.
and you did that?
Yes. What? Is Ttyl gonna lie? I'm not a lie. I ain't drink yet.
You a savage. You did that?
Yep.
You is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, it was different. Like, this is things that me and my friends used to do to each other. If the girl's gonna go, that's on her. Like, she wasn't good for you anyway.
Oh yeah. That's the ladies. This is the rule that the guys have. You could only save one. All the other bitches that the nigga got, all his friends could if the girl's willing to give it up. Trust me, believe me.
Yeah,
so
if you give it up, you ain't right.
If his friends try to talk to you, just know you're not that one that he saved. We don't need to be saved by these niggas. I don't know what like that is in their brain. You know, men like got this like thing in their head where they think that they're like some type of Superman and they like rule the world. But this is their logic.
Thanks a billion for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye. Go meet me. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey, go meet me. Go meet me.